Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yep, we're gonna build some more ships before we actually kick off the US 1920s campaign. So I finished off the designs for the 1918 ships, and we're gonna do some for 1920s. Not all of the classes for all of the nations, because a lot of the 1918 ships are still pretty decent for 1920, I think. And the AI does like to build ships that are 2 years prior to the current year. So I think the AI is going to build most of the 1920 ships, 1918 ships. But you do get some things in 1920 that you don't get in 1918. And by the way, this is with the Naval Arms Race mod. So things are not quite the same as in the base game. You can see the types of armor has changed. None of these now give weight reduction, because that doesn't make a lot of sense that it should do that. And by the way, these share designs, Brother Monroe has a thing going on his Discord where we can send in share designs for Naval Arms Race, this mod, and he collects them and uploads them as an archive. And there will be a link in the description below with the ships, which includes the ships I'm building and some ships by other players as well. And again, these are for Naval Arms Race, not the base unmodded game. Just so you are aware, the archive is continuously updated. So if you download it today and then wait a couple of days, you can download it again. I will try to keep the link in the description up to date, so you get the latest version with the most ships in it. So let's start building. I've done the British, I've done the French, some Americans, even though I'm playing as the US myself, and some German ones. So we are on to the Soviet Union. Let's start building a battleship. And one of the things, that's quite a modern main tower for 1920, actually. One of the things you get in 1920 that you don't have in 1918 is Mark II 15-inch guns. So in 1918, the 13s go up to Mark III goes up to 13-inch, and then I think the 14s are Mark II in 1918 as well, but the 15s are only Mark I. So the choice here is either Mark III 13-inch, Mark II 15s, because if you're going to go Mark II, you might as well add another inch, or Mark I 16, 17, or 18. I think that's a little bit overkill for 1920. So let's go with 15. Plop down a barbette. Let's find a secondary tower. Does this fit like this? Yeah. So you do get a bit of a gap between those two. That's that won't fit. How fast will this ship go? Let's go 22 knots. Not super fast. I'm gonna go oil and gear turbines. Mega funnel 7 enhanced does not fit. Mega funnel 5 fits on that tower, and that's actually more funnel capacity than we need. Let's go with Mega funnel 3, 2 of them. Engine efficiency is up to 300%. That's decent. I like having two funnels. It's also for redundancy. So if one funnel gets knocked out, the ship still has another one. So we're gonna go with 15 doubles. It's gonna be pretty simple ABXY type of layout, the way I like them. So let's build the rest of the ship and then see where we have to move stuff to not have a weight offset. Although in Naval Arms Race, most hulls are a lot more forgiving with the weight offset than in the base game. So, and what you get for 0.5% of weight offset, I still like reducing it as much as possible, but it's as you can see, it's basically nothing. Like minus 0.2% base accuracy. That's, you're not gonna notice that. No way you're ever gonna notice that while playing. Oh, let's go Krupp cemented armor. Need some barbette. And the weight is already packing on, so something will have to be reduced. I like going with Citadel 4 for these early types of ship, although it does add weight for the armor belt rather than armor deck, as Citadel 5 does, and it is heavier, but it does give you plus 15% resistance and plus 22% armor strength. So we're now overweight. That's not unexpected. Now we're gonna go light shells, because that gives you makes the gun fire faster, more base accuracy, and a little bit more range. It says minus 5% gun range, but that's a lie. It gives you more range. We now have 220 shells per. I think we might actually reduce that. That reduces the flash fire chance, which is currently 50%. That's quite high. Could go tube powder and get almost no flash fire chance, especially combined with TNT2. Yeah, 0%. But tube powder reduces the range. We're gonna go Cordite 2 instead. Gives us decent range. Semi-auto reload, electro-hydro. Coincidence, RDF. Now, here's where we're gonna save some weight. Barbette armor is stupidly heavy. Gonna reduce that to 15. Turret armor, let's try 16. Turret top armor, what kind of deck pen are we looking at? And these figures are adjusted for 100% armor quality, which is more or less what you're going to be looking at. 2.8 inches. Yeah, I don't need 6.9 inches of turret roof armor. Let's plump it down to 4 inches. Now for the rest of the ship. 17-inch main belt. Let's go 5 and 5. And let's actually just go 3 on the main deck. 1.5 on the fore and aft decks. First inner belt 4, second 2, first inner deck 1. That's alright. We can keep that. Okay. It's actually perfectly balanced. That was alright. I don't want to move some stuff around though. Yeah, you can put them in like that. Border. What are you talking about? Okay, I guess they don't want to play that close. Is that decent? Do I want to actually stretch out my citadel? That might not be a terrible idea, because it stretches out, well, what is covered by the citadel. And the bits that are fore and aft of the citadel are only covered by the fore and aft belt and fore and aft deck, with no citadel armor between them, so they can get flooded quite easily. It does add weight though. A little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Secondaries, actually casemates. 7-inch. That's Mark IV. And a lot lighter than 8-inch. Well, let's cover the entire length of the hull with 7-inch guns, which are quite heavy because they have excessive amounts of armor. There we go. Forward offset 0.2. Let's yoink that off. Leaves us with 250 tons to play with. Are there any spots for 4-inch guns? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are now overweight. Yeah, let's screw these 7-inch guns. Let's add something a bit more reasonable instead for the casemates. Like 5-inch guns. Ship is now overweight because these also have excessive amounts of armor. The 4-inch guns are decently armored. Okay, so now we have 400 tons of displacement to play with. Let's add some 2-inch guns wherever they fit. The quad 2-inch guns don't really fit anywhere. How about the doubles? These are quite big. Oh, these are 3-inch guns, my bad. Oh yeah, they fit on top of the turrets. That's cute. The doubles don't really fit anywhere. The singles do. A couple of singles. Alright. Still some weight to play with. Let's... these are 52s. Let's make them 55s. 54. Let's see where I have to slim down the ship to save 277 tons. 30-kilometer AP range. That's basically what I'm after. There we go. let's just pretend some of the casemate guns were removed during the modernization of the ship. But there we go. That is a battleship. SD for share design. Alright. I'm liking it. This can be our thumbnail. If I can just find a decent angle. Like so. Yeah. And yeah, these do have decent gun arcs. And quite decent range too. They are base 56 caliber length. That's quite long for a 4-inch gun. I'm digging these towers on this kind of an old style dreadnought. That's very cool. Okay, that was modernized dreadnought, very modern modernized dreadnought. Dreadnought 4. Am I gonna bother with that one? Dreadnought 3, Dreadnought 2. This is its older sister. This is just gonna be a copy of one of the 1918 ships. So let's not bother with that one. How about this? Secondary tower. How about that? And a single toll funnel. This one had a top speed of 22 knots. Thinking this one should be the same weight. Displacement 45,000. This is heavier. 48,000 tons. Right. You wouldn't think it was heavier, but it is. Oil 1, gear turbines. Let's see what can be done with this ship. I don't want to mess too much with the displacement here. Although I could bump it up to... That's nice. But it's just gonna be ruined by the share design thing. Not being really good with ships where you've messed with the displacement. And then go 48,000, that was the base, and then go -3. Yeah, 47,000. I think that's good enough. Now what to do with this one? It was bigger than, and still is bigger than the old one. Do we want to go all out? Make something a bit outrageous? Can adjust the weight offset later, but yeah. Mark 1 18s. It's gonna have a really bad reload time. And there's got to be a lot of sacrifices made in the ship design to make that work. I still want to go with Citadel 4 though. Let's go increased AP, standard, and again cat ballistic. We're gonna go light, reduced, because with a reload time of almost 1.5 minutes. Oh, 71 seconds. It's gonna take a long time to burn through that ammo. Let's keep these at standard hydraulic, not add anything that can further increase the flash fire chance. I'm already going with cordite 2 rather than tube powder, so I can preserve some of that range, which is really its greatest advantage. Let's actually go with stereoscopic to kind of play into that. We are way overweight. And these turrets ain't even that heavy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're gonna have less armor than your gun caliber. That's something you have to live with. So not really armored against its own guns, but very few ships would be armored against an 18-inch gun in 1920. So 52. Well, we're kind of setting it up as a long-range ship. 58. 59. 60. Yeah. So 101 second reload time. And we're overweight, and we don't even have any secondaries yet. So things will have to be reduced. And reduce the bulkheads. And the operational range is terrible. At least we're no longer overweight. I have to go with balanced rudder. There, saving some weight for secondaries. Well, casemates, 4-inch guns are just not available. 5-inch guns are. And again, they are excessively armored. Let's actually do that. Slight aft weight offset. Even though, yeah, it is not a significant offset. It's not bothering me too much, but it is bothering me a little bit. Let's see, can we get some tiny barbettes for these 4-inch guns? Oh, you just don't fit there. That's okay. 2-inch guns. Anti-aircraft. Alright. And we're a bit overweight again. Can move that in like so. And then look at what kind of... yeah, we can reduce top armor on the 4-inch guns. There we go. Now this is with a cadet crew. And the AI will probably have some crew training. And the trained crew reload drops down to 80 seconds. If they make it to veterans, doubtful. 70 seconds. And not quite as bad as it looks, but yeah, they're not gonna fire fast. But still, 34.7 kilometer AP range in 1920. That's not bad. So almost meme ship territory, but it's a little bit. It is kind of viable. Now let's build something not memey. Battlecruiser 5. Tula. Let's give it a top speed of 30. Need some range because it's a battlecruiser. It's gonna be doing some cruising. It is disgustingly fat for a battlecruiser. Let's go -4. And that tower. Just gonna go with the simple one. What kind of funnels? You can fit one of these. 62. Or we can fit 2 of these. Now let's actually go with Mark III guns. 13s. I feel that's sensible caliber for a battlecruiser. Still a bit of a 4-weight offset. Again, it's not enough that it really matters, but yeah, we can look into that later. Let's build the rest of the ship. The range is decent. Anti-torp 2 to save some weight. And because it's a rather fast ship, let's actually go with Citadel 5 on this one. Again, increased AP, capped ballistic. Flash fire chance is 47. 6.7. 1.7. If I go light shells again. 0.4. With Cordite 2 it's 12.1. It's not that high. And it does increase the range. The electrohydroid's 12.7. Still not too bad. Because you still have to actually hit and penetrate the magazine to set it off. As for armor, 14 main belts, can go up to 15 on the turrets, 13 on the barbettes, 2.5 on the main deck, 1.5 on the fore and aft. Yeah, we still have a displacement to play with. Might even go max bulkheads on this. Now these are 52. To make them 60, yeah. Plus 15. So quite long. $70 reload time with the veteran crew, that would drop down to 50. Now I might actually give them 2 powder, dropping the flash fire chance down, and also improving the reload, and that still gives us a an AP range of 30 kilometers, which isn't bad. We can bump that up to maximum again. And move that turret further aft. So it gets better angles and also stretches out that citadel a bit. Now for secondaries, let's see, can we add some of those secondary barbettes? Yes. I'm gonna go with the double 4-inch again. Like so. Gonna go quad 2-inch guns on top of the turrets. Yeah. Can you make it faster? 31 is doable. 32 is doable. 33. Not far off. Let's see. Would 34 be? 34 is that's way far off. 33 is possible. What do we have to reduce to achieve that? How about the top armor on the 4-inch guns? Let's say it's 32.5. There we go. Yeah. I'm liking it. Tula. Now let's do a couple of cruisers and then move on to the next nation. Experimental heavy cruiser. I've done the armored cruisers in 1918. They're not really gonna change much. Large modified tower does not fit. That one fits. How fat do you have to be to fit this tower? Apparently fatter than that. Yeah, no, that's just not gonna fit. That might fit. Now let's just slim it down until 1.4. That's not that fat. We can live with it. because it does have better tower spotting than the smallest tower. All these are pretty much the same shape. I could fit a funnel up there. It just doesn't look as good. No, actually. No, I haven't set the speed yet. Duh. Can we go 33 knots to keep pace with the... No, cannot go that fast. Wait. Oil, geared turbines. Might go that fast. 31 is our speed. And we are gonna need 2 funnels. Which means they're gonna be placed there. Otherwise it would look weird with one funnel like much higher up than the other ones. So yeah. We're just gonna do that. Gonna need some more range though. Maybe a few less bulkheads. Can I go balanced? Increasing engine efficiency also increases the range. And as this is for the campaign, the more range a ship has, the more likely it is to actually get into battles. And I want to see this thing actually in action. What kind of guns are we going to go with? We're going to go with the familiar ABXY setup. So Mark 3, 11, 10, 9, 8, or Mark 4 7-inch. Oh, that is kind of tempting. Oh, these look so tiny on that hull. Now, if I were to go with double 11s, turn it into kind of like a baby battlecruiser, or 10. (17) AP range, 25.4.3 seconds. 17 AP range, 46.5 seconds. So this one fires twice as fast at the same range. Almost twice as fast. Damage 282. Damage 847. Yeah, but this one does a lot more damage. So we're gonna go with 10-inch guns. Even though they are only Mark 3, Mark 3 is typically okay. Yeah, Krupp cemented. Barbette, anti-torp. So 682 tons. 491 tons. So 200 tons heavier per turret. And with one less barrel per turret. Let's go with light shells. It's gonna reduce the damage. No, wait. I was looking at the HE damage, which is 808. AP damage is 348. Oh, but that's because I went with this one, isn't it? Wait. Let's do a new comparison now that... let's actually get all of this set up first. So reload time 19.8. AP damage 116. Reload time 36.2. AP damage 348. Yeah. Still a lot more damage. Almost twice the reload time, but more than twice the damage. So yeah, we'll say it's worth it. Ship is overweight. Not for long. Because we're gonna reduce some stuff. Now, what to do with armor? 1.5 main deck. I think that's okay for a cruiser. Yeah, that's the absolute maximum deck penetration at maximum range from a 10-inch gun. Main belt 8-inch. That's quite thick, but it works. Yeah, because Citadel 5 gives you plus armor weight for deck and deck extended, but not for belt, unlike the Turtleback. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, we got 300, almost 400 tons to play with. What to do with that weight? Go back up to maximum bulkheads, yeah? Have it be kind of a tanky heavy cruiser. Kind of established the 4-inch as the Soviet secondary of choice. But do they actually fit? Well, one of them fit. Oh, the other one won't fit. I mean, it's the same funnel. Yeah, I almost had it. It was a pixel. There we go. Not quite parallel, but that's where I was able to place them. Let's go down to many bulkheads again. Okay, we got some secondaries. It doesn't need to be too tanky. It's a cruiser, not a battleship. Quad 2-inch guns, no bueno. Doubles, no bueno. Singles, not even. All right. Yeah, you don't need more roof armor than the main guns on the secondaries. So yeah, I guess our secondaries is just to double 4-inch guns, unless there's a bunch of places to put 2-inch casemates. There are. Actually, it's a 2-inch casemate. It don't need that much armor. Alright. Some weight left. Can we make those 55 caliber length? Yeah, that did eat up some weight though. %, 4%. 5%, 52s. That's decent range. Yeah, that is the Dmitry Donskoy. Let's save it. Not bad looking, maybe a little bit uninspired, but probably a decent ship. Now, light cruiser. And here's where the difference between 1920 and 1918 becomes a bit more apparent. Let's do the towers first. Secondary tower. What kind of funnels can we get? Crane funnel? Let's go with the wide funnel. It looks a bit more modern. Yeah, barbettes. Let's plump down some of those. In 1918, the only Mark IV gun you could get was 5-inch. In 1920, you can get 6 or 7. Yeah, the 5-inch gun still reloads twice as fast as the 6s and 7s, but the difference between 6 and 7 is not that great in terms of reload time. In terms of weight, the 7 is twice as heavy. I think we're gonna go with 7s on this. Yeah, so that makes sense that we went with the 10s on the heavy cruiser. Otherwise the two would have pretty much the same firepower. Let's just move those out of the way for a bit. Let's look at funnels again. If I have that one up there, those look wildly different though. Well, it works. It kind of works. And it makes for a bit more balanced ship. Now what to do back here? What I want to do is I want to actually put the rearmost turret also on a barbette and slap some torpedo launchers in between here. One quad launcher on either side. And these, no, because that's on the barbette, the launchers do not interfere with the turret. You could also put these guns on a double barbette. Let's just try that out real quick. These ones back here. Yeah, why not? I think that works too. Let's make those torpedoes 20-inch. But first, let's build the rest of the ship. Crop cemented. Barbette 4, double. Reinforced, anti-flood. Citadel 5. Standard, standard. Capped, capped. Let's go light, actually. Again. Corvette 2. TNT 2 for basically very little flash fire chance. Some parts are badly placed. Which parts? My torpedo tubes. Are you happy now? Range 9.5. Okay, armor. Talk about excessive turret armor. 1.5 top armor. That's enough for a light cruiser. Yeah. Kind of deck our belt armor. 6-inch. Can't go that high. You can go 4.5 and 4 on the 4.5 belt. 1.5 on the main deck. 0.8 on the 4.5 decks. Yeah, we can go quite ham with the belt armors here. These are 57s. That's almost 60. 60. 60, yeah. Not bad, not bad. 19.3 second reload. But if they were veterans, that would be 13.4. Okay, we got lots of weight to play with. Maximum bulkheads. More range. Even more range? Secondaries might be a good idea. If they can even fit anywhere. The 4-inch guns don't. I'm not gonna have one 3-inch gun. 2-inch? Yeah, we're going with single 2-inch guns. Or do the 3-inch singles actually fit? They do. Kinda, some places. Okay, we're gonna do some single 2-inch guns too, though. One back there. Or does that interfere with the torpedo tubes? It doesn't. It's kind of strange that there's no place to put them on the main tower. Maybe it takes casemates? It does. Oh, even the funnel. If we move these further up, and a second barbette behind here. And then just put a Toon's gun on it. Like pretend it's some kind of anti-aircraft gun. Fine, let's do it sideways then. Oh, I didn't like that. Empty barbette. That won't fit. That won't fit. That will fit. Like it's an anti-aircraft gun. Yeah. 6 tons left to play with. I'm gonna just leave those on the table. And save it. Alright. That was the Soviet Union from 1920. Little collection of ships. Next one is Italy. Start out with the Dreadnought first. Oof, that's not attractive. How about this one? It's a little bit better, but it's also much lighter. Yeah, I guess we can go with that one. Just slim it up a little bit. .26 knots. Yeah, it should be capable of that. Max optimal speed is 24.5. Let's go turbo electric. $48,000 round number. I'm kind of just looking at the tower spottings. This one has the best one. Let's go with that one. And a single tall funnel is not enough. Okay. New plan. Let's see, this one. Lose out on 500-meter tower spotting. Plus 30 aiming speed, 25 base accuracy, 45 long-range accuracy. It's a step down, but it's got place for 2 funnels. Yeah, let's go with that one. As for secondary tower, now funnels. if I move this further up, it has to be even further up. I plonked that one down there. Yeah, 3 funnels. That's nice. It gives us great operational range. And it kind of fills in the ship. On the long superstructure and the row with 3 funnels, it's almost like an optical illusion. Makes it look a little bit longer and sleeker, not short and fat. Yeah, main guns. That's a good idea. We're gonna go Mark II 15s. Yeah. Let's build the rest of the ship. Anti-torp 2 will again have to do. Let's go Citadel 5 on this one instead of Turtleback. And again, light shells. Reduced ammo, cordite 2, TNT 2, 12.8% flash fire chance. Let's keep the slow turrets to save weight. Now let's shave off some weight from these turrets. We got a 25.4 kilometer range. Main belt armor is quite excessive, but I do want some on the fore and aft. Deck armor is again very excessive. 2.7 inches at max range. And with the Citadel layers, you're not penetrating that. Okay, we got lots of weight to play with. Maybe even enough to add another turret. Not quite. Not quite there. Unless things are further reduced. That's still good range. A bit of a forward offset, but there's not that much to do about that. No. What I want to do is let's do that one there. Keep a 3 turret layout. Add a secondary barbette. Some kind of secondary gun. Keep you there. Oh. It's being difficult. just wants to go on those predefined spots. Well, no barbettes for the secondary guns. Those can be a bit tricky to place them in line. Like so. Some 4-inch secondaries. You can plonk this further back. Now, there is weight to play with. Some of that will go into barrel length. Let's make them 50s. 50, yeah. Now there's more weight to play with. You can increase the range back up again. And then see if we can actually make this a fast battleship. Comparatively. Not that fast. That is plenty fast in 1920. So, yeah, fulminante. It lacks one turret compared to a lot of other battleships, but sure makes up for it in speed. That's almost battlecruiser territory. Next. Speaking of battlecruiser territory, let's go 31 right off the bat. And if the battleship was turbo electric, this one can also be. Let's make it skinny. How's that look? Okay, that's decent because it's got room for funnels already. Yeah. I'm liking that. I can make this almost like a half-sister of that battleship. The 3 funnels. That's crazy range. How fast can it go? 32? 33? That's 22,000 tons. Yeah, that's a big jump from 32 to 33. So let's not make that jump. I want to arm it with the same guns though. Got lots of Italian battlecruisers from 1918 with 13-inch guns. So let's go all out with the 15s. I want to do a little thing with the little barbette again. What if I use this one instead? Does that look better? It kind of does. These are very cute little 4-inch turrets. Can I place some of those on barbettes? Little square ones? No? Little round ones? Yeah. It's a little bit... No. It doesn't want to. Ah, the tower's in the way. That's the issue. But at least one of them has a better field of fire. Is there a port weight offset? Oh. Because of that one. That is quite good looking. Let's see if we can build an entire ship like that. There's even room to reduce this range because 38,000 kilometers, that's way more than you would ever need, at least for Italy. And you're mostly confined to the Mediterranean. Citadel 5 again. Still underweight. It's almost surprising. Now, if this was one of my ships that I was going to use, I would definitely go with increased ammo, because I keep running out of ammo, as you will have seen in my German campaign. But AI ships typically don't last that long, so reducing ammo to reduce flashfire chance is a pretty good idea, I think. 12.3%. There we go. Overweight. And again, you could instead just go with tube powder and reduce the flashfire chance to almost nothing. But that also reduces the range, and Mark II guns don't have that much range to begin with. If it was a Mark V, I would do it in a heartbeat. But not Mark II. We do need some turret armor though. Uh-oh. Ship is fat. Let's reduce that range. 31,000 kilometers is still very solid. Four and a half tank main deck, 2.5. That's decent. It's a battle cruiser. Mm, 14 main belt. Yeah, that works. That's overweight. That's fat. Okay, where to... these 4-inch guns need some armor. So they don't get blown off too easily and take a lot of crew with them. Okay, ship is overweight. What to do about that? If I go with geared turbines, I do save a little bit of weight. Yeah, 1,000 tons almost overweight. I can reduce the bulkheads. That saves a bit. Can reduce the anti-torp and pretend that's just not having great anti-torpedo protection is just a consequence of the ship being so sleek. Because that would make sense if you think about it. Well, these are 45s. We went plus 11 on the battleship. That puts us overweight again. Get a 50 caliber length barrel. go down on the shaft. That saved quite a bit of weight. Yeah. You can go it like that. It leaves some to be desired for water pumping and stuff. And ship repairs. But you do get a lot of that also with turbo electric drive. Yeah, you get water pumping, ship repairs, fuel efficiency, and a lot of acceleration and turning rate just from having this engine instead of geared turbines. It also makes the ship more expensive, but yeah, I think we can get away with auxiliary 1 and shaft 1 Fortuna. May it have good Fortuna and not explode from its 13% flashfire chance. But yeah, that's enough shipbuilding for today. And I think I'm almost done with my ships. So yeah, let's hope we can get that that campaign I've been teasing off the ground quite soon. There's been a couple of updates to the game and to this mod the last couple of days, which make me glad I waited to start my campaign, because some of those changes sounded like they were sorely needed. Yeah. Kind of slow rate of fire. It's not that slow. 63.7 seconds. If they were veterans, it would be only 44 seconds. It's not that bad. 15-inch gun, 1920. Yeah. Just don't expect like Mark 5 levels of performance. I will see you very soon. Whatever comes first of the campaign start or the next Shipyard Champions. Shipyard Champions will be on Monday. The challenge is issued by Brother Monroe, and it seems like a fun one. I haven't recorded it yet, so I will see you then, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know, whenever my next video is up. Goodbye, and take care.